What is up, everyone? My name's Al from Games Room, and today we're taking a look at Vvvvvv. I think that's correct, or that's how you say it anyway. Yeah, that's right. We're taking a look at the port or the homebrew of that game, the game with tons of V's. A game that has basically been around for about 10 years now, and we now have officially a decent working port, and it's working perfectly as a self-boot, working on true Dreamcast hardware, no emulation here. Should we take a look? Let's do it. What a way to start off with Vvvvvv. That's the only way I can say this without going into absolute pieces. Now this is it. This is the game with 6 V's, that one. And it starts with VMU support. That's right, so that means you can actually save your progress, which, let me tell you, with a game like this is really, really important. Let's talk controls quickly. You can actually use a keyboard. That's right, you can use a keyboard here to play the 6 V's on the Sega Dreamcast. So if you have a Sega Dreamcast keyboard, you can use that as well. But I'd ideally say use the joypad, because from the way I've been playing it and the way I've tested it, I'd say the joypad or the controller sort of, it kind of rules the roost a little. So what's the story of the 6 V's? Well, let me tell you, your ship gets, I believe, struck, and then there's a funny little teleporter, and then you lose most of your crew. That's it, basically, in a nutshell. And the aim of the game is essentially you can flip from horizontal to, well, actually, no, you're still horizontal, but you can flip from being on the ceiling to on the floor. Does that make sense? Once you see it happening, you'll understand exactly what I mean. That is basically, yeah, as you can see right there, the aim of the game. Now, the things that really get in the way are the spikes. The spikes are the worst thing in the game, but, you know, there wouldn't be any sort of game there if you didn't have that element. There are checkpoints along the way, as you can see, so because you will be doing a lot of dying in this game, it's so fantastic to make sure you walk across them, because if you don't, you'll be starting from a long way back. Before we go any further with the review, I just want you to hear exactly what the music sounds like, because the music, it really adds to this game, as well as, you know, music obviously is meant to. It's meant to give you the atmosphere, it's meant to give you the sort of frustration. It really adds to that. Just give it a quick listen. I've always been one for soundtrack music, so I kind of thought, yeah, I had to really get you guys to have a listen, because it really does make the game. So as I said, there is VMU saving here, so you can do that pretty much whenever you like by just pressing the start button, which is also your enter button, which will then allow you to save your progress, which, like I said, it does it, literally, as soon as you do it, it does it in about, I don't know, 2 seconds, something like that. Now, there are many different ways to play this game. It seems to be on pretty much every format, probably because it's just such a simple game to get ported. Well, I say simple, I'm not a developer, so I'm not 100% sure that really is the case. You know, I honestly couldn't say that, but it looks, from complexity of graphics and sound, it doesn't look like it would be too much effort, but I'm not taking away that from any developer whoever develops games, because I know it's not an easy thing. I'd just look at it and literally be like, nope, not doing that. So yeah, people like Ian, Michael, etc., I 100% shout out to those guys. But yeah, I think this is a decent way to play the game. There is no issue, that's right, I just said it, no issue with this version at all. It works so damn well. It's quick, it's responsive, the music's great, there's no stuttering. It's just a 100% well ported game, and I'd say sort of retail quality, if you know what I mean. When I mean that, I mean they could literally sell this in a shop and people would buy it. You'd never have any coming back with an issue, because it just works. Now, obviously, one of the functions I haven't mentioned yet is the fact that it is a map function. Now, it is showing this as part of a cutscene right now, but you can access this by pressing the enter button or the start button, At any point, this sort of same place you can use your save feature, which at the same time you can also check out your crew. You can see exactly if you've got them yet or if you haven't. There's 6 members to collect, so I'd say that means there's about 6 levels. I'm not 100% sure because I've never completed this, which I obviously will because it is just such a great game and one I'm going to keep coming back to. But yeah, it does give you that level of detail as well. So I hope you've all enjoyed this nice little review of the 6 Vs. That's right, I'm going to keep calling that because that's the only way I'm ever going to be able to pronounce it. The 6 Vs on the Sega Dreamcast. It's, like I said, it's an addictive game. It's one of those games you will probably rage quit eventually because it does get that hard. But it's addictive at the same time, if that makes any sense. It's one of those games that you'll just keep playing because the music's addictive and so's the actual gameplay, and that in essence is a decent game and a decent port. So obviously check it out, download it, burn it onto a disc using alcohol. The best way I've found so far is using an alcohol. There's no CDI version at this date on the 29th of December 2020, although Ian Michael has said that this may happen at some point, or the original developer will create a CDI version to obviously use on an emulator. Although I would never say play a game like this on an emulator because it's just not the way to play it. You've got to be playing this on true hardware to get the real feel. Anyway, I've been Al from Games Re-Up. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all soon. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/GamesRep, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.